Nigel, we've come to discuss...
We haven't come to discuss anything. We're here on behalf of myself and the rest of the Doorstops team to tell you that we will not accept the kind of behaviour that poor Rita here was victim to. What were you thinking of, man? Holding a woman against her will, trying to scare her half to death? Are you some kind of sicko or something? What are you going to do if Rita didn't escape? Rape her?
Doug?
What on earth are you talking about?
Don't give me that ball. Everybody round here tells me that they think that Nigel Warren is odd and they keep well away from him, and I just ignored them. I've said, yeah, he's a little bit strange, but there's nothing wrong with him. Well, now we know that I was completely wrong, because you're the stupid kind of nutter who holds women against their will. It's like some pathetic pervert, because you're too pathetic to get it the normal way, and treat them the normal way, you know, like human beings or something. But you wouldn't know about that, would you?
Doug, this isn't the way
But anyway, I'll tell you something else, okay? We haven't got the police, no, because Rita here didn't want us to. But you so much as touch another woman, and I'll be round to that police station before you know what hit you. And if they don't do anything about it, my God, I will. Right? I'll be taking the law in my own hands. Come on, Rita, let's get away from here. I don't want to stand in the company of this pervert any longer.
Oh, Nigel, I'm sorry.
I would never have hurt you. You knew that.
I know, Nigel, I understand. You just went a little bit too far, but...
Rita, leave him!
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, you should push off, you lunatic, and stop throwing your ridiculous accusations around. You should try and concentrate on running your own life if the stories are anything to go by.
Doug, stop it! Come on.
I wouldn't shag that dog if it was the last lot alive anyway.
Hi, Paul. Did the others fill you in on what happened with Rita?
Yeah, bloody creep. You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Doug's given me the rest of the week off. I'll be fine by next week. Just an awkward moment, although some people seem to think it was an attempted assault.
Well, I'm sorry that I lost my temper, but maybe it will sink into his miserable little mind.
We'll send him spiralling into depression.
Yeah, well, maybe I was a little bit heavy-handed, but he'll soon forget. People like that always do. They're very in the little way of conscience. Look, anyway, Paul, are you okay to take over the rest of the repayments from Mr. Warren?
Yeah, no problems.
Right, well, I'm going now, but if you could just treat him like any other customer, please. Thanks.
Oh, Rita, what are you doing here?
Mr. Warren, I just wanted to see if you were okay.
Yeah, you felt sorry for me.
Well, I just thought that you didn't really mean what happened earlier. You didn't want to hurt me or scare me.
I'm not used to women. I like them, but they find me.
Yes, well, you'll have to change your ways. Take that camera out the window for a start off. Join a club. Make some friends.
I'm a sad loner, aren't I?
Rita, you alright, love?
I haven't done anything.
You want to get lost, mate? Why don't you go back into your little hovel and live your stupid, miserable life, you pervert?
Oh, Martin, please. He's okay. Leave him alone.
Go on, she doesn't want anything to do with you.
Oh, Martin, I wish you hadn't.
He's not worth it, Rita. You're too nice.
He's harmless, Martin, really.
Oh, morning. What's up, Rita? You're not supposed to be in today.
What's going on?
Nigel's dead!
What? How do you know?
Yesterday afternoon I went back there. I felt I needed to explain myself and tell him why people felt so anxious about him. He seemed so upset, mortified by his actions. And then The bloke from across the road came over and just made things worse, and he rushed into his house.
Too bloody right.
I felt awful. I couldn't sleep last night. So this morning I went back round there. His door was open. So I went in. He was sat in his chair. He had no pulse. I called the ambulance, but it was too late. Oh, Doug, it took me right back to Stella Crothers. 2 suicides on my round in 3 years. Oh.
Rita, I know it's tough, but I've had 4 in 4 years. It's just the area.
Or could be your bedside manner.
It's not funny. It's not funny at all.
Look, I'm sorry, Rita. You must be shocked. But don't feel sorry for the man.
Dougie overdosed. He committed suicide. Why do you think he did that? It's because of us, because of the things that we said to him. They must have hit him harder than we could ever have imagined.
Don't be ridiculous. There must have been something drastically wrong with him in the first place. We can't blame ourselves just because we gave him a bit of a telling off.
You're right, Doug. There was something drastically wrong with him. That's why we should have done something. Or we should have gone to the police now. And then he could have gotten some help.
Look, Rita, why don't you go and get yourself home and get yourself into bed and put yourself together? You're probably going to have to talk to the police about our company's connection with him, so be prepared for that. But just remember, there's no need to blame yourselves for what happened, okay? Nothing at all.
Mr. Banks, there's a D.I. Hewlett here to see you.
Oh yes, I was expecting him, thanks. Could you send him through, please, Colin?
Yeah, no worries, that's fine. Did you want me to stay as well, you know?
No, Tar, thanks.
Okay, that's fine. Just in there, sir.
Doug Banks, Doorstops.
D.I. Hewlett, is Mrs. Coleshaw in?
Please take a seat. No, she was. I've sent her home early because she was rather upset about the whole incident.
Well, I will need to talk to her over a few developments in the case. The Scenes of Crime officer organised a statement yesterday. I understand you saw Mr. Warren the afternoon before he died.
Yes, it was certainly a bit of a shock to hear this tragic news. My collectors have to deal with people from all walks of life every day. Some are perfectly pleasant, some can be rather hostile, especially when it comes to dealing with money. Mr. Warren was neither. He rather intimidated Rita.
How did you find Nigel? Did you find him strange like many other people did?
Yes, he was strange all right, although I didn't really get to know him very well. I'm rather office-bound these days.
What about the incident a couple of days ago when Rita was held captive in Nigel's house? Tell me, why wasn't it reported straight away?
Because Rita didn't want to go to the police. She thought it would cause too much trouble.
It's a shame she felt that way. Could have saved a good deal of heartache.
You think this could have been avoided if Rita reported it to you straight away?
It may have been, but it may have just postponed the inevitable. Mr. Banks, I really do wish she'd spoken to about this incident earlier.
The man is dead. He killed himself. How could that be Rita's fault? She even went round to see him after I had a go at him to see if he was all right. She's humane, caring, and vulnerable.
I'm not talking about his suicide.
But just a minute. Earlier on you said that there were some developments in the case.
Yes, I did.
Well, what else have you found out?
Mrs. Coleshaw's reluctance to inform the police of her episode with Mr. Warren, however minor she felt it was, probably did not lead to his eventual suicide. But it could and most probably would have avoided this unwarranted assault yesterday afternoon on a young girl.
Oh my God.
She's okay, she managed to escape, but it was a near thing. From her accounts, he was not going to let her go until he got what he wanted.
Where did this happen?
In Mr. Warren's house. Poor thing was only delivering his newspaper.
The paper girl. We saw her. Oh dear, Rita. How are you going to cope with this?
Hello, you're new.
Hi.
Where's Susie?
Haven't you heard?
No?
She was attacked.